It is the Jesse Kelly Show, and joining me now, Senator from the great state of Alabama, Tommy Tuberville, although he doesn't want me to call him Senator, I have to call him Coach, which is, again, like the coolest freaking thing ever, that he just, no, I'm Coach forever. All right, Coach, obviously, everyone is talking about the same thing right now, with the exception of the J.D. Vance news. Everyone's talking about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump and somebody who did get murdered in that crowd. And there's a lot of talk about tone it down, unity and peace, and tone it down and unity and peace. But for me, Coach, those are bumper stickers. That doesn't, if you can't say that and then continue to operate in the way you've operated. I understand everyone on the left likes the sound of that now, but I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. Maybe I'm a cynic. Am I wrong?
Jesse, we got to win. We have no other country to go to, okay? We're the only country left that we'd even think about living in. Europe's gone. They let mass immigration ruin Europe. Just think about that. And so, hey, we're in this, and we got to be in it to win. President Trump called me about 7 o'clock this morning, talked about a few things, and I asked him about, hey, how was it? He said, well, I lost part of my ear. He goes, I said, did it blow out your eardrum? He goes, huh? That's how. But we, a good conversation, but he sounded a little bit different, but I think he's just getting over the shock of what all happened. Can you imagine you have a bullet go by your head in a millimeter of blowing your brains out? It's absolutely amazing, but we've got to win this. Whatever we got to do, we got to win.
Do we have to, if we do win, and I hope we do, and I plan on it, obviously, I know you plan on it, if we do win, more than just the White House, but if we get some more decent senators in there, if we take, we have the House, we have the Senate, if we do win, should we do things differently than we've done them before? Because it seems pretty obvious to me what we've done before hasn't worked. How do we do things differently?
Well, it just starts with leadership, and it starts in the White House. I very quickly learned, hey, you can have the Senate, you can have the House, it doesn't make any difference. You got to have somebody in the White House that's going to stand up for what they believe in and pass that on down to us. Now, I was the first senator that come out and supported President Trump when he decided to run. Very few got on the bandwagon. If you notice that now, very few. Now, they've started to get on more and more, and then, of course, a couple weeks ago, he came up, had lunch, and I'm looking around at some of these people, boy, just hugging him and all that, and I said, well, where in the hell y'all been? So we have got to get people in the Republican Party on the same page as President Trump when he wins. And we got to quit this, I just don't believe in that or this. This is about all of our country. This is about our kids, our grandkids. And we got to quit this nonsense of allowing the Democrats just run right over top of us.
How do we approach organizations that have previously been, honestly, revered by most of the right, because the right is the patriotic portion of the country? They are. Yep. And so when you talk about things, look, the FBI, when you were a kid, who didn't want an FBI jacket when they were a kid with the yellow letters and the blue? Every red-blooded American boy thought about that at one point in time. But today, you're sitting here, we're waiting for details about the shooter and the motive and all these other things. And who's going to be giving us those details, Coach? The FBI. And I'm not talking about specifically that, but we need an organization we can trust. And once that trust is lost, and it has, how do we get it back? Because that is a huge problem. We don't trust the CDC. We don't trust the FBI. We don't trust the Secret Service. We don't trust our institutions.
DOJ, you name it. We don't trust them. All the three-letter organizations. I talked to some of my friends over the last year or so, just picking their brain about you were in the FBI. What in the world has happened to our FBI? Coach, for years, if you were in the FBI, you moved up and you were in the upper echelon, had experience, understand the workings of the FBI. When Obama came in, he took the top 40 or 50. He ran those people out and put in bureaucrats. That's where we're at. Same thing in the CIA, same thing in the DOJ, and we've got those problems. We have got to cut the head off the snake. We have got to take the people that are in leadership roles in all those areas, and we'll all have meetings with President Trump to see how far he needs to go with that. But same thing in our military. Now, I held up those 4 stars and 3 stars for a year. Oh, you talking about people panicking, rats jumping off the ship. And then I started having Republicans come after me. The problem that we have there is we have so many. We had 7 4-star generals back during World War II. Now we have like 150. It's ridiculous.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And no, they all ride around in their black SUVs, and they got all their little captains and 1 stars and 2 stars, and hey, it's time to revamp our military. Also, it's to a point where we're so woke we couldn't fight a war right now.
How do we do that? Because you're 100% right. If we don't clear the rot out with the flag officers, we have no chance to save the military and patch it back up. How do we do that while also letting the Republican base, which is going to be a more patriotic base, know, hey, we're not attacking the military. We have got to clean the garbage out at the top. That is what people don't get when I come on here and rant about the flag officers. You get some of that of, you must hate the troops or something like that. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's because I care for them. I don't want them led by scumbags.
Yeah, we've got a Secretary of Defense that has turned our military into a DEI operative. You know, it's all about equity and diversity. And hey, listen, affirmative action shouldn't even be close to the military. It is about building a machine that protects every person in this country and our allies. Right now, we're looking down the barrel of 4 wars, including Africa. People don't realize Africa is about to explode. We just took out 2,000 troops from Nigeria, and when we were taking our materials out, Russia was landing and taking their materials in and taking over our multi-million-dollar base. And so this administration has done so much damage, foreign relation-wise, but go back to us. Let's don't worry about anybody else. We have got to start focusing on the people in this country and our defense.
Coach, I almost called you senator again. You would have come out of that chair.
Yeah,
I almost called you senator again. Coach Tuberville, everybody, one of the great senators we have. I appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you, Jesse. Thanks for what you do, too.